It's knife time. I've had a good week. I had a productive week. I got a bunch of stuff done. Got a bunch of house stuff done. Garage stuff done. Harley work done. Did a little bit of knife work. And my favorite thing about this week is one of my knife buddies watched my whittling video, and he was inspired to make this gorgeous little file knife and little dagger. Man, beautiful. You did a great job on that, bud. Man. And I told him that I would make a video last night, but I got caught up playing Fortnite with one of my old work buddies. And I just kicked back. I enjoyed that. I don't do that all the time. It's not every day you get to walk down a bunch of 8-year-olds, unless you live in Israel. But hey, so I'm making my video tonight. And let's see. We're going to do a video on the cold Steel Natchez Bowie. This one is, I believe, a last year's model. I just got the 4034 stainless steel version. I did not require it to be 3V or Sanmai even. And I'll get into that in a minute. But this guy here is 16 3/4 inches overall. And 11 1/2 inches of that is blade. And 5 1/4 inches of that is a beautiful black micarta handle. It has almost like a cool coffin shape, which is neat because that gives it a cool center swell. That blade is 8 millimeters thick, 11 1/2 inches long, 8 millimeters thick, dude. That's girthy, dude. That's gnarly. Like, that's Rebel Wilson in Hustle. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing right there. So, this thing weighs 22 ounces overall, which ain't that bad. The thing about it is it feels pretty wieldy in hand. And there's probably thousands of videos about this been made. This is just one of my favorite knickknacks, so I'm doing a video about it. This particular version has the stainless steel crossguard and pommel. The interesting thing about this knife, if you don't know, and if you know, you know. But the interesting thing about it is, you see that there? The tang of this knife is a piece of cable. Like, you know, on a cable machine at the gym. Which is interesting. And there's videos, Lynn Thompson himself goes into that. And that right there, in my personal opinion, makes this knife pretty much a single-purpose knife. Meat, chupacabra, that type of knife. And that is one of the main reasons I got this knife in the frugal version, was you don't need 3V steel chop meat, slice meat, to poke at meat. and or bone. Because as long as it works once, it works. And I'm sure 4034 stainless steel will do just that. Yet another reason, I don't think it matters what steel you get this knife in, is that cable tang. And this has been proven. There's a guy that took one of these and made a whole different knife out of it because of this, because he broke it doing wilderness stuff with one of these, because that has a cable tang. This knife has a purpose, and it's not chopping wood, it's not batoning wood. It's just not. This isn't for clearing your space for your tent. It isn't for that. This isn't for throwing. I wouldn't throw this unless I had to, but I've never had to throw a knife. I wouldn't tie the, unless it was a dire situation, and it wouldn't be, because I have like a grip of Bowie knives, but I wouldn't tie this to a stick and do anything wild with it. This knife has one purpose, and when you feel it in your hand, and you feel how freaking wieldy this giant knife is, you know what that purpose is. And we can't get into it because it makes people sad, and the internet's sad. This is a fighting knife, as are a lot of Bowie knives. I had someone comment on one of my first videos, my long Humphrey gunfighter Bowie. You know, that's one of the only knives I own that I've never used for anything. It's gorgeous to me. I look at it every day. It's on this place where I see it every day, and I look at it and I take it out of its sheath. I'm like, yeah, this is a gorgeous knife. But somebody commented, hey man, just use that thing, don't abuse it. Because in my original video I said, hey, I've never used this knife. You know, it's one of the only knives I own that I've never used. And I believe that knife has a single purpose as well. And I just like to look at it, and it's beautiful. And it's fun to get in hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, and feel how it feels. It's a nimble knife as well. But I believe that that cable in here, whoopsie, adds to the nimbleness. Yet another thing that can make a larger knife, any knife, but a larger knife, nimble is, I noticed when reading the June 1954 edition of the United States Army Field Manual 21-150, the hand-to-hand combat manual, that when you get to the knife section, they mention that you take the blade and, you know, you lay it in your palm, and they say you take and you make like an okay, and they say that you lay your middle finger diagonal across, and that's how you hold your knife. And well, they have the guy, these little high-speed old school dudes, they're like this, you know, or an alternate version of that would be that, you know, whether you want to do the edge up or the edge down, you know. And the knife they're using in their manual is just like, you know, a bayonet, you know, Korean era. But it's got the metal cross guard, of course, because it's a bayonet. But, you know, but when you hold a knife like that and you put your thing across there, and it gives you a more, like, bouncy feeling, because you got all this, you know, kind of floating in there, but you got a good positive grip on that. And the little manual says that when you make contact, you know, you keep that, you know, like that. And they say when you make contact, you complete your grip. And when you do that, it gives a snap, which Would be really good for a back cut. Just saying. Chupacabra attack, whatever. But herein lies the issue. I've been searching high and low, and I think I'm screwed, and I'll never be able to properly defend myself because I cannot find a fruit knife anywhere with a metal crossguard. So, I don't know what to do. I may have to resort to paying a meter made from Mexico, $500. Yeah, that was, yeah, anyways. We'll take stuff that's never going to happen for $1,200, Alex. And that's a fact. Jack. This here is really groovy. It's Crater Shaven Sharp. It has the Wilford Brimley diabetes testing tip. Don't take me seriously about that. That is a joke. I don't want you to harm yourself and ruin your New Balance sneakers. This is all just for fun and entertainment. And I hope we can all have a sense of humor and laugh about things, because even the most messed up things, you can find humor in. Yeah. And that's how sometimes people get to know each other and move forward in life is through humor. I think that's an important thing to have. Along with a big fucking Bowie knife. Because if somebody don't have a sense of humor, well, this'll do. I glanced at the Cold Steel website today to see if this was Micarta or G10, because I couldn't recall. And it seems that the latest version of these are coming back out with the brass furniture, I guess you would call it, as per one person in my comments said. Referred to the crossguard and the pommel as furniture. That's tight. This is great for chupacabra defense. This, you know, this is steak necklace and bear country territory type stuff. Keep in mind, would not use this for heavy duty action at all. Like, unless it was a dire necessity. Get yourself a Old West Bowie by Cold Steel if you're gonna do that. Those are $100 about. And you know how it works, man. Like every made up corporate holiday there is nowadays, you get a 20% coupon off from someplace or another for something. Yeah. Not sure. These China-made things may get more expensive one of these days soon with all the tariffings and such. This is one of those big old knives that handles real well, though. I'll tell you that. Somebody in the comments mentioned that the V44 handles well. It does. That is a very nimble knife. This, I don't know, a lot of my buddies have these, and there's a reason why this is in your hand. Man, put on the Revenant, you know. Yeah. This is, there's a whole little story about this on the Cold Steel website. And there's a really, I recommend, if you're interested in learning more about this. Cheers. I recommend you watch the video about this knife by Lynn Thompson himself. Yeah. I like cold steel things. I know that makes me a mall ninja. I'm a mall ninja. Yeah. I really dig, you know, I've heard of people having issues with the newer cold steels. I don't know, man. I've had this about 6 months. It's ground very well. It's sharp. Wilford P. Brimley tip. I dropped it a few times on my stone floors. I'm sure there's a little mark on there somewhere, but this isn't a fragile knife, but I wouldn't baton or nothing. Figure it out, man. You know? Very cool. This is yeah, man. This will complete your cosplay outfit if you want to be a riverboat gambler boy. Riverboat gambler boy. I got my riverboat gambler boy Bowie. Yeah. And well made. Cool fit and finish. I don't know. And if you search, you can get good deals on these. These are a couple $100 or so, maybe more, around. I got a screaming deal on this before the holidays, I recall. So there are deals out there. Don't buy you a generic counterfeit one. Be careful. A lot of fake junk out there. There's good junk, there's fake junk. But yeah, there it is. The big old Bowie with the strange cable tang. But strange tang is better than no tang. And there it is. Hope you all are having a great weekend. Or whenever you watch this or whatever. Have a good day. There it is. The old Natchez. They come, this don't come. I made, these are little, some Bootsy Scout straps I made to put it on this pack. I'm going to remake them. You know, the big old tech locker or whatever they call these things. Securex. It's a Securex sheath. And it has this. This comes off. You can take that off. You can make a sheath. You can have somebody make you a sheath. It's a sheath. It covers it. It's a super heavy duty, durable, highly functioning sheath that has multiple lashing points, so it's useful. If I was gonna like carry this thing, I would probably make or have a leather sheath made for this. But there it is. I've been rambling on. There you go. Natchez. Have a great night.